actually, we hear so much about an endless shelf, and that it's one of the great aspects of the digital environment is that we have this infinite shelf and a digital shelf that we can put millions of items. And one of the things I always think about when I hear that is that, hey, just because we have the listings up doesn't mean that anyone's actually going to see those items. What it reminds me of is this kind of this question that comes up that's, if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it, right? And, there's actually a scientific answer to that. And, I won't go into the details of what those actually are, but the answer is actually no, that it doesn't make a noise. And so my kind of take on that is just because you have listings up, do those listings actually exist? And I'd almost venture to say that no, those listings don't exist if no one is seeing them. And so when you're thinking about e-commerce and these e-retailers like an Amazon or a Walmart, it's about visibility and the branding aspect. And so a lot of the things that we're working with our brands about is now that we have this content, that we've done all the different things to make sure that our content's where it needs to be, we have SEO, it's search engine optimized, we have our keywords where we need them. Now we have to actually do the next piece of the job, is so actually allowing someone to see that content in the visibility aspect. And so when you think about all those different kind of landmines in terms of what are the different avenues that could go in e-commerce, it really does drill down to those two things: visibility and branding on retailer sites. And so when you think about visibility, what that's really doing is talking about two things. On an Amazon, when someone goes to Amazon and puts in that search box, whatever keyword it may be, their search results. Amazon tells us that for certain categories, upwards of 80% of the items that are sold are on items that are on the first page. So we've got to get that first page visibility. And 2, 3, 4 years ago, that was the end of the conversation. But Amazon it's such a different environment, and the other retailers, including Walmart.com, is following suit. There's the advertising aspect of it as well. And so now it's become not just a one-man show, but a two-man show in terms of getting the search results where we want them on the first page, but then also optimizing our ad spend and the advertising, actually driving a return on investment. So it's not just about getting the items listed. We actually have to get them visible and being right there for our consumers at that point of inspiration. And that's the other side of it in terms of the branding aspect. Just because someone sees the item on Amazon doesn't mean they're actually going to purchase the item on Amazon. Understanding that how we retail and that we're showing up on the first page, that is influencing what's happening in a brick and mortar as well. And so with that being said, Amazon is also now becoming a top of funnel platform. So it's about getting in front of the consumer at a point of inspiration, whether that's in the aisle or e-commerce. It's just retail.